All right. So today we're going to do a practice all above the shoulders. We're going to do some movements together that are geared towards keeping your shoulders healthy, mobile, stable, strong, and open. You'll want to have a strap available for today's practice. But before we begin, I want you to just come to a comfortable seat and soften your gaze or close your eyes. You can place one hand on your heart and the center of your chest, or one hand on your belly, whatever feels better for you. And just taking a moment to go inwards and to really notice and acknowledge how you're feeling right now. What's going on for you in this moment, right here. And breathing into that space. There's nothing you need to change, there's nowhere you need to be. Just acknowledging where you already are right now, how you're feeling in this moment. And then when you're ready, we'll let the eyes blink open and we'll make our way onto our mat. So I'm just going to go ahead and change my camera angle. So we're going to start on all fours. You can just slowly work through a couple cat-cows here. Nice and slow, working through one vertebrae at a time. Breathing in and out through the nose. And then make your way back towards a neutral spine. So that means you're going to have a gentle arch in your lower back. In this position, we're going to exhale and push the floor blade, pop up the space between the shoulder blades, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together and puff it up and squeeze together. And so just the shoulder blades are moving away from each other and towards each other on the back of the body. And then we'll pause somewhere in the middle. We'll take the shoulder blades towards the ears and away from the ears, the ears and away from the ears. Do that a few times. And then we'll pause somewhere in the middle and we're going to make circles. So we're going to try to pop up the space between the shoulder blades, take the shoulders to the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades together, move away from the ears, puff it up to the ears, squeeze it together, away from the ears. Two more in this direction. Last one. And then we're going to switch directions. Puff it up, go away from the ears, squeeze it together, into the ears. Puff it up, away from the ears, squeeze it together, into the ears. And two more in this direction. You might notice one direction feels easier to do than the other. That's super common. We'll pause somewhere in the middle and stay. Exhale and engage pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Pressing out into the left fingertips, we're going to slide the right hand out in front of you. The thumb points up towards the ceiling. Lift that arm up. Get the hand up above the elbow. Sweep the arm back behind you. Rotate so the palms facing the ceiling and lift. Rotate and then sweep the arm to the front. Sweep the arm to the back. Rotate and lift. Rotate and sweep the arm to the front. Two more. Keep the hand up above the elbow to the best of your ability the whole time. One more. Sweep it back. Rotate and lift. Rotate, sweep it front. And then we'll take that right hand down to the floor. Now, as you transfer the weight, minimize any movement through the torso. Slide the left hand out in front of you, thumb point up, lift the arm up. Sweep it back, rotate and lift. Rotate, sweep it front. Sweep it back, hand up above the elbow to the best of your ability. Sweep it front. Two more, last two here. Breathing in and out through the nose, last one. And then we'll slowly take that left hand down to the floor. We're going to exhale, tuck the tail, inhale, stay. Exhale, hinge back towards the heels. Inhale, stay. Lift the tailbone. And then we'll hinge forwards. All right. Coming into a nice deep cat. Hands are wider than your shoulders, a little bit turned in. Tuck your toes under. Round that spine, nice deep cat. Lift the knees, lift the hips, come high up on the toes, heels lifted nice and high. Press your hands into the floor, send your chest towards the thighs. And then we'll slowly lengthen the inner heel down to the floor. Press the hands into the floor strongly, send the chest and the thighs. And then we'll bend the knees deep, look towards the hands, step or walk the feet forwards. Inhale, lengthen, peel the chest open. And exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up to standing. Arms lift, chest lifts. Lengthen and look up. And exhale, coming back to Samastitihi equal standing pose. All right, we're going to grab our strap and do some shoulder flossing. This is one of my favorite things to do for my shoulders. Feet are hip distance apart. Hold the strap in your hand so that the palms would be facing back behind you. We're engaging glutes, pelvic floor, deep abdominals. Take the arms up and over the head. Now, as you come up and over, if the elbows need to bend or you need to arch into the lower back to get the arms over, take the hands further apart. And then we'll bring it back to the front. And we'll just work through that a few times. Keeping a neutral spine and not letting the head jet forward. We're engaged through the abdominal. So we're really working through that tension in our shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Keep the elbows straight. If the elbows need to bend, take the hands further apart. Last one. And then bring the arms back to the front. And we'll put the strap to the side. All right, Samastitihi. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale. Let's step back towards downward facing dog and pause. Shift forwards towards plank. Take the knees to the floor. Untuck the toes. Exhale, hinge back towards your heels. Inhale to hinge forwards, and then exhale, elbows can bend any amount. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, hinge back. And we'll just do this a few times. So we're playing with the idea of taking more weight into the hands, breathing in and out through the nose, keeping the collarbones broad. And then let's come all the way down onto the belly. Reach the arms out over the head. Make yourself as long as you can. Inhale here, peel the chest open, lengthen, look forwards. If you have any discomfort in your lower back, you could keep your forehead on the floor. We're going to draw the hands back so they're in line with the shoulders, and then get the hands up above the elbows. This is what I call a W arm. Sweep it back by your hips, and then butterfly the arms to the front. W arms, sweep it back. Butterfly the arms to the front. Let's do 2 more. Sweep it back. Butterfly to the front. Last one. W arms, sweep it back. Butterfly to the front. And exhale to release. You can give your hips a little sway left to right. And I'll take the hands underneath the shoulders, press back towards a puppy pose, and then up and back to downward facing dog. Then the knees look to the hands, step or walk the feet forwards. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold, and inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms lift, chest lifts, lengthen, and look up. Good, coming back to Samastitihi. All right, if you have some wall space, wherever you are, or take a picture off your wall maybe to do this, you're going to stand with your sacrum on the wall, shoulders on the wall. So my feet aren't right at the wall. Elbows on the wall, wrists on the wall, back of the head on the wall. I'm giving myself a bit of a double chin. I'm going to slide my arms up the wall as high as I can without losing those points of contact. And then I'm going to slide them back down. And then I'm going to slide them up. We'll do 4 of these total. Try to keep those points of contact on the wall and lift as high as you can. If the wrists, if the hands or the elbows or the ribs or the head start coming off the wall, then that's where you would stop. So you don't need to go all the way up. Last one. Good. This is one of my favorites as well. Snow angels against the wall. And then we'll come back onto that. And pause here for a moment in Samastitihi and just notice how your shoulders feel. Mine are already feeling different. Yeah, something's going on there. You taking a moment to notice that, to breathe into it. And then I'll inhale, fold the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, stepping back to downward dog. Lift the heels high. Push the hands strongly into the floor so the shoulder blades move to the ears. And then we'll bend the knees, look to the hands, step, walk or float through, and come down into our backs. So come all the way down. You can have your hands out to the sides. In fact, take your arms out to the sides with your pinky fingers down and towards the floor. So thumbs are pointing up a little bit. I'm keeping my knees bent because that's how my lower back is the healthy, or feels the healthiest, the happiest. Knees can fall in towards each other, or knees can stay above the ankles, and we'll just soften here. Closing the eyes, softening the muscles of the face, the forehead, the jaw, throat, letting it go. Noticing how you feel and noticing if anything has shifted. Just a little bit of movement can make a huge difference for how you feel, how you show up in the world. And feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. And if you'd like to join the complete movement method, a link to join the complete movement method is below. So check it out, and I hope to practice with you again soon. Bye for now.